Hello, everyone. My name's Sean Ellis, and I am filling in for Miss Gwen Johns tonight to introduce your host for tonight's show, Mr. Len Dorman.
Hello, good evening. It is I from deep down southern Arkansas. Yes, it's no longer Halloween, but guess what it is? Today is All Saints Day, and that's what we're talking about tonight. So I'm not dressed up for Halloween, I'm dressed up as a celebration of death. It is the one thing we all have in common. Because unless you're immortal, and I don't know any mortals, Laura, I just explained, I'm not dressed up for Halloween. I'm dressed up for All Saints Day, the first of 2 days of the dead. Today, I did exactly what you're supposed to. Go out and commune with the dead in a cemetery and put flowers on their grave. And that's what I did. And we have the video, since it was shot in a barely operational cemetery, not connected to a church. The video apparently is corrupted, of course. It plays on the phone just fine, but will not download to computer or any kind of cloud or any kind of manipulation software that we tried.
Yeah,
and we tried several.
Yeah, we tried quite a few things.
We tried for several hours, but got nowhere. So what we're going to do is do the best thing we can with what we have. I have a video that I play on the phone. What I'm going to do is I kind of have the microphone up here close, and hopefully you will hear the volume of the video. By the way, Sean, do you have anything to add about All Saints Day?
It's definitely an interesting day. On my way to Malvern, Iowa yesterday, I seen for the first time in a cemetery, they had a long parade of kids and the emergency people were out there, the police department, the fire department, and they were actually handing out candy during this parade that I seen along the side of the road. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's what you do have for the Days of the Dead. Huh.
I'll have to check it out later.
You never know what you're going to do with when you combine internet and the paranormal. Sometimes you get a nice proper show and nice proper evidence, and everything works. The next time you got cow poop. And showing this video was cow poop. So I'm going to do the best we can. I'm going to start it up. I think I've got the volume turned all the way up. And we're going to do the best we can.
Okay. I'm going to drop out of the screen and make the screen bigger for you here, Len, and just holler at me when you're done.
All right. The video is 13 minutes, 41 seconds long.
All right.
So about that amount, almost 14 minutes.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. And here we start. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right. Today, we are filming in a small cemetery down the road from the house. It's still in use. The Q family. There's a big plot over here. But there are several others that have no flowers on them. And I'm going to put flowers on some of the younger graves.
Right there is good, Glenn.
What?
I said right there where you're holding it's good. Just go to your left a little bit. There you go.
How's the audio?
I can hear it.
All right. The deacon. I guess that's her husband. It's right over here. Look at these lines in concrete on it. You can see the cemetery is not very big and not very well taken care of. There we go. I think this one's pretty well taken care of. There's obviously some unmarked graves there, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's done. A little bit of maintenance. When you look, there's getting 1990. That was a lawnmower going by.
No, he was mowing. The car was in the way.
They're less than 10 years old.
Hello. Hi. How are you doing? No. Aren't you adorable? Yes.
Dog patient.
Oh. Hello, baby. Hello. Hello. Aren't you a darling? Hmm. I'm sorry I don't have any snackies for you. Because I would have.
David's the main one of the cemetery. He's born
Mhm.
died in 2021.
Yeah.
Born in 2011, so he's what's it less than a couple of months less than 10 years old.
Aww. Right. Hmm. You want me to keep sitting down? Because I can keep sitting down for you. Oh, but you want some water. Yeah. Get a little massage in
I
there.
think we've got all the marked graves
Okay.
except for the ones in the queue. So I'm going to put these two.
Okay.
So these were for enough to go.
I'm busy. What's wrong? Hmm? I hope you're not trying to get the money out my purse because it ain't any. But you're still adorable. Whoa. Whoa. You heard something too, didn't you? I think it's leaves. What do you think? Look at you. There's a whole bunch of cars out there, huh? I think I have a new buddy. Okay, it's his turn. Hey. Bye.
He's still on socializing.
I feel you, dude. I feel you.
Okay, we're here at Javon Ellis's grave. Pretty well attended. He's got some toy cars down here. I'm going to show Here's the main one here. Today's All Saints Day, which is primarily for the kids. So according to most Christian beliefs, Javon Ellis, excuse me, is a saint. He should be remembered on this day. All Saints Day. Everyone's passed on and waiting to be called to heaven are indeed saints. At least the ones that are left. To the ones that are left. Some of you got to be with them and bless them. And may God bless also the people who maintain the cemetery. You come here and put flowers regularly on Javon Ellis's grave. Apparently, he was a football player. That is etched on his gravestone. And he liked cars, apparently. All right, this is the cemetery. Is small. It's mainly to show the Q family. I put a couple flowers in there, but this is fairly well maintained by the Qs. I put flowers at all the graves here. This is a very small cemetery, but today is All Saints Day, where we remember the dead, visit the dead, bless the dead. We missed one. It's an unmarked grave here, so it's intentionally not step on it. Oh, Rosie Thompson. Inspiration all in your. It's got a few flowers on it. There we go. All right. That boy's Rosie Thompson, too. Over 100 years old. All right. Do it for a quickie cemetery tour. We're on a celebration of All Saints Day. Instead of not ghost hunting, this is a All Saints Day celebration, day of Halloween, part of the days of the dead. You visit the dead tomorrow night for All Souls Days. We have the dead visit us. Anybody here wants to visit me tomorrow night? You know where we live? You will be invited to the bonfire. And a couple of bonfires here. All right. We're going to call it quits. Let's do a little bit of selfie. Hi, guys. See you later in the live show, which is only a couple hours away. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, takes a... All right. That was a video made today in a local cemetery of me putting flowers on graves. Some of them have not been attended to. Others had. The first ones I put on was kind of hard to reach because even the headstone was buried under basically a small dead tree. So I found that interesting. The cemetery itself is interesting. It's just on the side of the road, basically in front of the home.
Wow.
Yes, it's quite interesting setup they have there. And of course, it's only 100 yards from the big fishing lake down in State Park. So it's right on the edge of a state park.
Yeah.
So it's quite an interesting setup with that small cemetery.
Right.
Uh,
You
I
definitely
found
have,
it interesting. Laura says she saw somebody behind me. What she probably saw is Larry, Curly, and Mo back here.
Hmm.
Also got my ghosty friend right there.
yeah.
So I have 4 friends up in the back. So what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about, unless you got something to add to the video. Got any questions, Sean?
No, I mean, I thought it was really nice of you to go out there to the cemetery and give flowers to the ones that's passed and give them some respect that they haven't had for a long time.
Well, that's what today is all about. And let me cover that. You can still hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm in a different tab than the show. So I was making sure that the camera and the mic are still on here. This comes from the 4th century. Used to be held on May 13th, way back in the Pentecost in Antioch. And during the 5th century, St. Maximus of Turin preached annually on the Sunday after Pentecost in honor of all martyrs in what is today northern Italy. That's how far back this holiday goes. And now it's including all saints martyred or not. Then Pope Boniface IV consecrated the Pantheon of Rome to the Blessed Virgin Mary and on all martyrs ordering an anniversary. That used to be on May 13th. Pope Gregory dedicated an oratory on Old St. Peter's Basilica to the relics of, quote, of the holy apostles and all saints, martyrs, and confessors, all the just made perfect who are at rest throughout the world. Others say he dedicated the oratory on November 1st. And this is why we celebrate All Saints' Day on November 1st. This is why we are here right now. By 800, I'm assuming that's AD, there's evidence that the churches in Gaelic Ireland and Anglo-Saxon Northumbria were holding a feast on All Saints' Day on November 1st. There's a lot of Gaelic influences in the church in this period. Some of those manuscripts mentioned it.
Right.
And then we're going down to Sicard of Cremora, a scholar who lived in the 12th and 13th centuries, proposed that Pope Gregory the 7th, that's 1073 through 85, suppressed the May 13th date in favor of 1 November. In the Catholic Church, All Saint Day is a holy day of obligation. And this is Catholicism here. Celebrated through the offering of the Mass. They do have a Mass. And in fact, Gail found where one was broadcast on TV about 20 minutes ago. And families visit graveyards through the season of, I'm not going to count, All Hallow Tide, which is where Halloween comes from. Halloween is All Hallows Eve. And this is the season of All Hallow Tide. Especially All Hallows Eve, which is our Halloween, All Saints Day, and All Souls Day, which is the days that what we call the Days of the Dead. 1955, the All Saints Virgil and Octave were suppressed by the liturgical reforms of Pope Pius the 12th through traditional Catholic communities such as the Congregation of Mary Immaculate Queen continue to observe it. Lutherans observe this. In the Lutheran Church, such as the Church of Sweden, it assumes the role of general commemoration of the dead, which is why we all dress kind of like I am, as you can see. Of course, this glow-in-the-dark makeup really shows up under these black lights that I'm using.
Yeah, it actually does.
In the let's see, Lutheran churches, some places, the name of those within the congregation who died in the last year are read during worship, and each name is marked with the tolling of a bell or the lighting of a candle. While the dead are solemnly remembered during worship on All Saints Sunday, the festival is ultimate celebration of Christ's victory over death. Church of England also has a day for it. They observe, if they observe it at all, they use it to remember all Christians, both past and present. In the Methodist Church, it's celebrated on the first Sunday in November. It is held not only to remember saints, but also members of the local church congregation who have died. In some congregations, a candle is lit by the acolyte as each person's name is called out by the clergy. Prayers and responsive readings may accompany the event. I have not an official in any church, never have been. I did not feel qualified to do anything like that. So the only way I could commemorate the dead would be to go to a cemetery and place flowers on their graves.
Mm-hmm.
Many countries, such as Ireland and United Kingdom, U.S., is celebrated on October 31st as Halloween. It's held in Christian congregations of the Catholic, Lutheran, and Evangelical denominations. All Hallows Eve has traditionally been a day of fasting in Western Christianity. Well, I think everybody eats candy on Halloween. As a kid, I used to stuff my face, and we had the Halloween decorated cupcakes we stuffed our face with last night. Lutherans in England continue to this practice to the present day. Okay, let's see. Eastern Christianity, it follows the Byzantine tradition, commemorates All Saints collective on Sunday after Pentecost on All Saints Sunday. I'm not going to go into Lebanon. In Austria and Bavaria, it's customary for godfathers to give their godchildren a braided yeast pastry. People commemorate and visit graves of their family members. I don't have any family members buried here, so I just substituted a local, not very well upkept cemetery. And I don't have any godchildren. But I did get some donuts. Does that count for pastry?
Sure.
Okay. Of course, there's a difference. You know what the difference is between a donut and a Danish, don't you?
Something has to do with the filling, right?
No, the hole. A donut without a hole is a Danish.
Okay.
A Danish with a hole is a donut. Croatia is observed by placing candles and flowers on the graves of the deceased. Well, I wasn't going to put candles in a cemetery that's covered by dead leaves. I don't want to burn the place down. It's a public holiday when most businesses close. Well, today's Saturday, and in Star City, about 2/3 of the businesses are closed. You can buy gas, you can go to the Dollar General, you can go to the Piggly Wiggly. Everything else is closed. You have a flat tire, tough, there's nobody to work on it. In France, I'm not going to try to pronounce the French name. I am horrible with French. They put wreaths on each tomb or grave. And also in France, though, All Souls Day, November 2nd, is indeed called Day of the Dead. Germany is a public holiday in 5 federal states. Okay, in Mexico, which is an important one, Mexico coincides with the first day of the Day of the Dead, Dia de Muertos celebration. It commemorates children who have died, and the second day celebrates all deceased adults. So that's kind of what we do here, following the Mexican tradition. In Guatemala, it's customary to visit cemeteries. Check that off. And leave some of the clam beer, that's food. I wasn't going to cook for anybody. It's cold meats and vegetables. It's also customary to fly kites. There was no wind today. I could not do that. I've had to have held a fan up there to fly a kite.
Mm.
It's also celebrated in the Philippines. Now, what you may have seen was this role of children. Children are allowed to play with melted candles left at tombs, which they form into wax balls. The round balls symbolize the affirmation that everything goes back to where it began, as the living will return to dust whence it came. In some cases, family also light candles by the front door, their number equivalent to the number of departed loved ones. It is believed that the lights aid the spirits and guide them to the afterlife.
Interesting.
So this is quite interesting. Bolivia, All Saints Day is a public holiday. And they celebrate on November 2nd, which is different from other countries which celebrate All Souls Day on that date.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a little bit. Basically, you celebrate the dead, you go to a cemetery, and it's mostly for children. That's why I spend a lot of time on the kids down there who was like in about 3 months, being 10 years old when he died. That's why we talked about him quite a bit during that video. Oh, Lee was in here. Yeah, I appreciate everybody else stopping in. I appreciate Gwen and Letriana stopping in and saying hello.
We had Nathan Elwell. He was here. Laura Pruitt's in here. Let's see who else is in here. Yep. So,
All right. Is there anything you'd like to add? I still got that page peeled up. You want me to look up anything?
no, that sounds good. I mean, I remember watching some movies like that, and we've talked about that in shaman class as well. You know, things to do, and like you said, you went out and put flowers down and respected the ones that's passed, and you know that's pretty cool being able to do something like that for somebody that doesn't have anybody to do it for them anymore.
Well, it's kind of an honor to do it for other than family members, because any family member of mine is buried either in Georgia or Florida. Because I have absolutely no relatives in Arkansas.
I might have some down there somewhere.
There's only one doorman in two of us, and two doormans here is no relation to me. I guess my father's family and my mother's family was a little bit allergic to crossing the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to go to Columbus to see, any kind of my ancestors. But, I would rather travel a mile and a half down the road and visit a cemetery where nobody else is honoring the dead there.
Right.
Now, tomorrow night, after your show, I'll wait till after your show. I don't know if Gwen's going to be able to be the producer or she's going to ask you to. We will be discussing. I will not have a video, so we'll not have the troubles we had today. Whoa. Apparently, it got corrupted when it won't download on anything.
Yeah, you definitely had gremlins today. That's for sure.
Yes. So when you're in a cemetery, you don't know what you're going to get. But anyway, we did the best we could. But tomorrow, there's no video. It is simply me. I will be listing all of my friends, adults that have passed away. And that is a long list. So all the school friends that I kept up with over the years, and that was a pretty good list. So, tell you a little history of me, Sean. We were known all over town. Some people called us a gang. Some people called us a group. That they called us that car group.
The car group.
Yes, there were 2 professional drag racers come out of it. I was the best driver of them all, and I was trying to get into drag racing, and my father just kiboshed the whole thing. Because the only way I could afford to do it is stay at home with my parents. Of course, I was single. No big deal. He said, "You're not going to live in this house owning 2 cars. One of them being a race car, the other one being a tow car."
Right.
He wasn't going to have it. I should have stood up to him and said, "Well, okay, I'm still a minor. I cannot sign a contract. I can't rent a building. You're still responsible for me if I go out and bust a window. So if you want to kick me out of the house, go ahead. Technically, it's against the law." That's what I should have said.
True.
Or I should have put a for sale sign on the race car and asking about $8,000-9,000, which I never would have gotten. But and just kept on going. But that's what I should have done. But it's hard to figure stuff out like that when your father makes a big demand on you, and you're just 17.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
But that's my life. It got insane. But tomorrow night we will be having a very short show. I'll be talking about what you're supposed to do on All Souls Day, and we'll be having a bonfire to commemorate the event. I'll also be doing a EchoVox session tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's show will be outside, so you will not see my friends in the background here, as I'm trying to we're trying to wall up the porch. We're doing a lot of work out there, and I'll try to put up enough wood to try to block off any wind. I did an outside show last year for Halloween, and it got cold. The year before, I was actually between my carport and my house. It got cold, and of course, I did a 16-hour show last year for Halloween.
Wow.
That got long. And I had guests for 8 hours, and then I did 8 hours showing videos of my investigations and talking and cutting up a little bit. But I just had a short show last night. A short show, we've gone 40 minutes, and that's a little bit longer than I thought we'd go tonight. Tomorrow night's going to be more of the same. Like I said, I'm going to explain All Souls Day. If anybody wants to go to Wikipedia and look it up, they can go along with me. And then I'll have a bonfire to end the Days of the Dead celebration. And the list that I read off of my dead friends, which I said is long, what I was talking about, the car group. One lives in Ohio. One is he's still alive. He was one of the race car drivers. The other race car driver, last I heard, was still living in Columbus. I'm here in Arkansas. I got one friend who collects cars. He has 16 cars.
Oh, wow.
Most of them classics. Most of them from the 70s and very early 80s. He's got a show-worthy 68, 69 Cougar. He's got a special built Pinto that they took a Pinto, put a slope front end on it. That's the back end alone. Changed the fenders a little bit, put a new hood on it, and built the engine for supercharging.
Wow.
And put a rather large supercharger on that little engine, put it back in the car, and then sold it as a kit that you could do it yourself. Or sold the car. Not many of them sold. He's got one. And that car will outrun most of the new Dodge V8 Hemis they have now. Wonders of the World
Susan.
Network.
Hello, Suzanne.
Oh, that's Suzanne. Thank you very much, Suzanne. But he's alive, and that's about it. I've lost almost everybody else. Like I said, it's a long list. I'm gonna write them down on a list to make sure I got them all tonight. And tomorrow night after your show, whenever it ends, we'll come on with mine. Gwen's always asking what time. Is there a show after yours on this network?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. So I'll just either tell Gwen, or if she can't do it,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Susan. She'll get you to do it, and we'll be back tomorrow night. Very short show, shorter than this one actually, where I'll just read my list, and then I will have the bonfire and throw the list in the bonfire. And it both be me talking. I'll probably do an Echo Box session during the burning. Have you ever done an Echo Box session, Sean?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I've done Estes and a bunch of other stuff as well. Last night, we were actually using laser grids. Well, I shouldn't say last night, Thursday night. We were using laser grids, and we were using SLS camera, infrared, and REM pods. We actually caught a lot of stuff in Malvern Manor when I was there with Phantom Pals Paranormal.
Cool. You said you're going to put that together on video?
We're going to have a special show for it. As soon as they go through the evidence and I go through some of the pictures that I took. And we'll definitely have like a show like on a Wednesday night. We'll get together and we'll have discussion of what happened at Malvern Manor. Most of it we did record. It was live, but we did have some technical difficulties due to the fact that, you know, every time you do an investigation, the spirits always mess with the internet there, shut it down. It seemed like the internet was hooked up. It was linked to me, but then we were just getting the spinning and blackouts, and
right.
There was a lot of energy in that location. So, but yeah, it was a really interesting investigation.
Well, I look forward to that. Please send me a notice of that.
Yeah. And like I said, I think Phantom Pals was heading toward Galena today. They were going to go check out some stuff today.
All right. Yeah, well, if you're here, well, you know, think of some questions you might want to ask.
Okay.
And what I'll do, I'll say you got to have the speaker and the pad a little bit, and the microphone a little bit far apart. So I'll be setting them up in the yard, probably in different chairs, and we can go from there.
Sounds like a game plan. I'll join you after I get done with the show, and after my guest tomorrow, I'll have Ms. Laura Lee on tomorrow night, and that should be an interesting conversation. She has a radio. She has a radio station and several hundreds of followers, and the discussion I see her have on some of her shows gets pretty deep, and I really like some of the conversation she has on her shows.
All right. Before we go, you want to go ahead and throw up the first picture, the one with the lady on the front, on the bottom of the photo? That one. That's obviously advertising New Orleans Paranormal Society, Voices from Beyond. She is a young lady, Jennifer, who has a few gifts. Lives right there in the French Quarter. And they also do tours. Her and her other half, Christopher and Jennifer Talley. We want to go and throw the next one up with a picture at the top. Here's their contact information. You can blow this up or pause the video and see if you can read the prices and phone number. So you can, if you're going down to New Orleans, you want a tour that instead of looking at a building, this place is haunted, but we're walking, we're going to the next building here. And that's all they do. maybe give you a couple of minutes of history. Chris and Jennifer will put you in a haunted room, in a haunted location, in the French Quarter for an hour or so. You can bring your own equipment, and you will be in contact with the spirits. You will be on a real ghost hunt with real ghost hunters.
I need to make my way down there next year.
So be sure if you're going down there, get a tour with Christopher and Jennifer Talla. Chris and Jennifer. Now, if you throw up the other one with the Paracon, there we go. Guess what they're doing next year?
Mm. That's the one I'm going to try to hit.
July 31st, 1st and 2nd of August. It's hot as hell in New York. In fact, people from New Orleans go to hell to cool off during that time of year. It's hot. You're in the Mississippi Valley. You're right there on the Gulf. You're right at sea level. So you've got about as high pressure, unless you go to Death Valley or something where you're actually under sea level. But you got the higher pressure. You got damn near 100% humidity, and you've got 103 degrees. You don't want to be on the sidewalk. Where you want to be is in the Crown Plaza at a Paracon, going down and talking to John Zaffras. Letriana Brown and her husband of this network, you may have heard of them before,
Right.
will also be there and will be leading investigations to very haunted places. Yours truly, me, will be on most of the investigations and will be there in the room of the Paracon podcasting the whole kitten caboodle. You want some FaceTime on a podcast on a very popular network besides John Zaffras? Just show the world, hey, I met him. We went on a ghost hunt together. You got your chance. Contact Chris and Jennifer, NewOrleansParacon.com, and you can get your tickets today. That's their website, NewOrleansParacon.com. And you can see the different levels, different prices of the packages they put together. I am listening. I had to pick up a bowl of cereal that fell over. I'm sorry, Laura. Sometimes when I talk, my hands flap around. Some people say I have Italian in me. So I may have knocked over your bowl of cereal. So if I did that, I apologize. It's the power of the hand, because I can just reach right through there and knock over your bowl of cereal. But that's what's going on this summer, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun going to those ghost hunts and watching people interact with each other in very haunted places. One of them will be the Andrew Jackson Hotel, one of the most haunted hotels and one of the most haunted cities in the U.S.
That's cool. I'm going to try to make it down there for that one, because that's one of the, I mean, I've been down to that area in Louisiana, but I've never actually been on a ghost hunt or anything like that down in there. And I know it got a lot of stuff going on down there. So I'm going to definitely try to make that Paracon myself.
Well, if Laura makes it down there, I'd be glad to talk with her during the Paracon. Sean, if you make it down there, the two of us could be podcasting together while you're not walking around.
Sounds like a game plan there. Maybe you can even split off, and you can be the base place, and I can hook up with you, and we can have a dual podcast.
Yeah. Whatever floats our boats whenever we do it. Gwen has already said she's for hooking up anything, anyhow we could.
Oh yeah. I'm
Laura
sure-
Pruitt, the Crown Plaza in New Orleans is fairly accessible. There will be areas that you can go into. Now, some of the places like the Voodoo House, it's hard to get in there because that is not handicap friendly. But the Andrew Jackson is. So they will have people there that will be willing to help you out.
That's cool. That means that everybody would be able to go and get around.
I specifically asked Jennifer that question. So if you want to go back on my YouTube channel and look up that show where I was talking to Jennifer Talley, where we the first official announcement of the Paracon was made. Yes, they would love you. Most of the spirits around are fairly friendly. It's not the hostile place some people make it out to be. You can see where several movies were filmed. The newer version of Interview with the Vampire was filmed down there. A lot of shows filmed in the French Quarter. So there's always activity going on down there. You got lots of bars if you like classic rock and roll. Outside, you can get they have busking. They allow busking on the streets. For those of you who don't know what busking is, you ever heard that term, Sean?
No.
It's where the businesses have permission and the city gives them permission for a small band just to sit up, bring some chairs, sit out in the street, which is already cordoned off, just walk areas, and strike up the band.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I'll forward somebody, watch my YouTube, not YouTube stream, but Facebook stream, and I'll be forwarding some of the bands that are there from my YouTube channel. You can also go to my YouTube channel and look up some of the bands. Tuba Skinny is one of the greatest bands down there. DS, they make very good gumbo. You got sausage gumbo, you got the crawdad gumbo, and you got the seafood gumbo. And you can also get very fresh shrimp. There's several restaurants that they serve you shrimp. They want to serve you shrimp that they bought that day.
I like gumbo.
And there's one restaurant that will sell you boiled shrimp by the pound. You just say, I want 1 pound, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever you want.
Oh, wow.
And they'll just sit there, drop it in the middle of the table for you, and give you a couple of bowls so you can put the husk. They also have very good raw oysters if you're into that.
Nah, I'm not into oysters. But that purple drink, I'm going to try it if I get down there. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. You got to have the purple drink at the Lafitte Blacksmith Shop Bar. Gator is pretty good, actually. Laura, my wife, Gail, likes the gator. She likes fried gator.
Yeah, gator's good. I've had gator.
She just screamed woohoo from the living room. Yeah, don't eat it raw. Don't eat that raw. This is not sushi. This is gator.
Yeah, fried gator is good though.
Fried gator is good. Fried rattlesnake is good too.
I've had that too.
Basically, down south, if it's fried, it's probably good. The oysters you eat raw, Laura, you and I could sit there at several restaurants down there, eat very fresh, chilled, raw oysters. What I do, I put whatever citrus they've got, lemon, lime, or an orange, and I'll use a slice and dribble on each oyster, and put 1 or 2 drops of hot sauce per oyster.
Yeah, she has sent me some pretty interesting pictures.
Oh, and when we go to Lafitte Blacksmith Shop, once in a while, if you're there at the right time and you say the right things, you can see a partial apparition of John Lafitte by the fireplace.
That'd be cool.
And in the voodoo shop, which is one place that Chris and will take you, Spirit CT's Bigfoot. They have one called Michael that's there. He's a suicide. He's a nice guy. He and I get along. I was coach. I was kind of semi leading the tour. The person actually leading the tour went upstairs with a few people, and I was left entertaining the most of the people. And when she came back down, I had Michael talking. And she said, "Oh, Michael, I haven't heard your voice in a long time. You've been talking to me in a while. Why don't you ever talk with me?" And over the echo box, and you know this doesn't happen, Sean, having used the program, it came back, "Because you talk too much." So that was kind of an amazing catch on Echo Box. Okay, you had a gray appear. Oh, and Michael said that over the Echo Box in front of the whole tour, and the whole tour heard it, which was just hilarious. I got it on video, but the problem is there was a lady sitting across from me. I caught it on the video camera, audio, and she was doing the thing in the chair where she crosses and uncrosses her legs with an inappropriately short dress.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't use that video.
So the Basic Instinct style stuff.
Yes, that's what she was doing. Basic instincting me.
Yeah, I think we'd get in trouble if we showed that.
Yes, I cannot show that anywhere.
I know you show stuff once in a while and got dinged before a few times.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Sean, we'll see you tomorrow night on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And what time is that again?
It will be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like I said, Laura Lee will be on there as my guest. And we'll be talking a little bit about everything because, like I said, she has a very interesting talk show, radio show. And she's had a lot of interesting guests on there.
And I will come on immediately after with a short show just talking about All Souls Day. And then we're going to go out, have a bonfire, and we're going to have an Echo Box session. So it should be an exciting couple of hours on All Access Network TV.
No, most definitely. So we've got a lot of great shows on this channel.
Tune in, and because you never know what's going to happen. I do an Echo Box session. I've had StreamYard shut down.
Yeah, I remember one time it shut down.
I've had psychics on be talking to M about internet. You said my name, Laura. Who is the male in the window behind me? You mean over here? Besides my ghosty friend? There should not be a male out there because that's the area of the porch I'm actually working on. There shouldn't be anybody out there. Yeah, actually, the orange light is part of my Halloween and fall celebration. Second from top.
On the left.
Okay. Right to, let me use my other hand. Right there. That is something stuck on the window.
He's smiling.
Huh. That may be pareidolia right there because that's something stuck on the window.
It does look like a figure of a head sitting there.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of looks, if you back up and kind of look at it, it kind of looks like Jason Voorhees' mask.
Yeah, that window's got something stuck on it, and that's an orange light shining through a pair of blinds, and also going right through my ghosty friend.
Okay, but Lynn, you did have a lot of trouble today, so maybe that's the thing that followed you home today. I'm just joking.
Hopefully nothing followed me. Although if you watch the video, I did invite anybody in the cemetery who wanted to come to the house tomorrow night and talk to me on stream, talk to me by Echo Box at the bonfire.
Right. Yeah, so, I wouldn't wouldn't want anything like that to happen to anybody. I've had spirits follow me home before, and the one that followed me home one day, and I found out it was a djinn, and he was kind of nasty, and I had to get rid of him.
Yeah, the only one I had to get rid of was she used to work for Owl and Bottles Capone. She was a prostitute that died on her while she was having an abortion. And she'd wake me up at 3 or 4 o'clock about in the morning, about 3 or 4 nights a week, wanting sex.
That kind of sounds like a succubus.
Well, she was a dead prostitute, so you know. She hadn't gotten laid since the 1920s. If I hadn't been laid since the 20s, I'd probably be like that too. Yeah,
I've seen some guys get hit on before. We used to have a young man on our old team that the spirits would hit on him. They'd call him cute over the Ovilus and everything else.
All right. Well, I think we pretty well got it covered. Like I said, I will be on right after your show. So tune in and watch Sean Ellis's podcast tomorrow night, his regular show, regular time. And one thing, let's not forget, including Sean. Sean, yeah, is the time changes tonight.
Oh, everything on mine's done by the computer, so it updates itself. I don't miss it.
So we will get an extra hour of sleep tonight.
Sounds good to me. Guardian keeps waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning every morning.
Does he change with the time change, or is it the same time?
Pretty much the same time.
I know the farmers have trouble figuring out what time to milk their cows. It's like the clocks have a watch on their arm or something.
Yeah, he seems to want to wake me up an hour before my alarm clock wants to go off before work.
The perils of having a dog.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that. Mentioning dogs. You did notice in the video that a dog came up to us.
Mm-hmm.
He came out of nowhere and all of a sudden just trotted off into nowhere.
Interesting.
A lot of people say, when a dog is basically a four-legged angel sent by God.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a message being sent to us because we were doing something good?
Possibly.
And send a little four-legged angel to just pay attention to us for a few minutes and leave?
It's very possible. Dogs are like that. They're kind of like your guardian angel. But I know that cats were used by Wiccans and witches back in the day because they're supposedly to absorb bad energy and keep it away from them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe something was out there wandering and the dog just happened to appear and maybe he kept it away.
Maybe.
So you do have an angel.
Maybe so. There's a dragon and a wolf. Okay. All right. Well, I think we can go ahead and shut her down, Sean.
All righty.
If everybody would just do me one favor, please remember, the paranormal never sleeps.
Very true.
It goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
So I say good night, everybody. Appreciate you watching. If you're watching this recording, I appreciate you watching it recorded. Appreciate you watching it live or whatever platform you're watching it on. I appreciate you being here. Thank you lots. And check out some of the other shows here on All Access Network TV.
Most definitely. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night. We'll see you tomorrow night too. Right after him.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.